Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. In light of the recent attacks that have occurred all over the UK and especially in the London area, where innocent Muslims are squirted with very corrosive acid on their face, highly concentrated acid, we at iPlay Islam have decided to put this video together in response to the attacks that have been occurring on the innocent Muslims. Now we have set together 9 points in order to try guiding this ummah to the correct understanding of this matter. 1. We will not jump to conclusions just like the mainstream media always do when they try pointing a finger at the Muslims, where anyone who resembles even a Muslim, if his great-great-granddad had bought a cow off a Muslim and drank the milk and fed the milk to his children, then automatically it's Islam to blame. We will not be like this. We don't jump to conclusions. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse number 6, O you who believe, if a fasik, a liar, an evil person, comes to you with any news, verify it, lest it should harm people in ignorance and afterwards you become regretful in what you have done. Point 2. Regardless of the motives, in the UK there is a massive increase in Islamic phobic attacks on the Muslims. Why? You tell me why. On the news, that's why. Point 3. It is of no surprise that the Muslim Ummah is feeling very vulnerable, feeling very scared in fact, that all these attacks are happening. People are saying, keep your windows closed guys, stick the air conditioning on, don't worry, a bit of extra fuel, it's alright. Stay vigilant, stay alert, you've got nothing to fear. Now a beautiful dua comes to mind when you leave your house. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always with you. But in order to get that protection when you leave your house, when you take that first step out the house, the dua, Bismillahi tawakkaltu wa lillahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. And the translation for that is, in the name of Allah, I have placed my trust in Allah. There is no might, no power except by Allah. Point 4. There is a direct correlation between the attacks, the increased attacks on the Muslims, and what the mainstream media portray Islam to be. So like we said previously in the previous videos and in the start of this video, the mainstream media is to blame and the government is to blame for the increase in the Islamophobic attacks that have been occurring on the Muslims. So notice, anything got to do with Muslims, they plaster it all over the media. And as soon as they plaster it all over the media, the non-Muslims, we don't blame you. It's the media's fault. Because as soon as they plaster it, all of a sudden, Islam's to blame, guys. We've got to do something about this. We got to sort these Muslims out. So remember that direct correlation, my brothers and sisters. Now, point number 5. The mainstream media has to point a finger at someone to blame someone. So who do they blame for the Islamic phobic attacks? They blame the far right. But it's not the far right. The far right, who gives the far right limelight? Who gives them airtime? It's the mainstream media. The mainstream media is giving the far right airtime and making them bigger than they actually are. Therefore, the increase in attacks. But the government is to blame, my brothers and sisters. Their mainstream media is pumping poison into the whole of the United Kingdom, and it has an effect not just in the UK, but all over the world. Point number 6. The government mainstream media, it has an agenda. The government itself has an agenda. What is that agenda? The agenda is to make people get away from Islam, forget Islamic values, have British values. We need to hold firm to the Islamic values because at the end of the day, my brothers and sisters, we are on the haqq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the deen of haqq, and we are the chosen nation, and we need to show this to them via our actions and via our words. So hold tight to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rope and do not let the mainstream media and the far right push us into shaving our beards off, taking our hijabs off, wearing tight clothes, changing my name from Muhammad to Mo. Hold tight to the rope of Allah. Point number 7. We as the Muslims need to counteract this poison that the mainstream media and the government is pumping into the veins of the non-Muslims. And in fact even the Muslims. How do we do this? We need to have dialogue. We need to have an open dialogue with all non-Muslims. So talk to your colleagues, talk to your friends, talk to your school fellows, talk to everyone, talk to the guy in the corner shop, the owner of the corner shop. Talk to them, let them know what Islam is and let them know, look, we're not bad people. just because the mainstream media is making us out to be bad people. In fact, we're the chosen nation and you are on the wrong and we're on the right. Let's show them the truth. Show them the light of Islam. Point number 8. And this is one of the most important points. Islam and the Muslims are being portrayed as backwards. Islam is being portrayed as a barbaric, backwards deen, backwards way of life. In fact, Islam is the cure. Islam is the cure that will cure the world of all the disease that capitalism has spread everywhere. And I mean everywhere, I mean you look into your own houses, it has spread it there even. So we need to let the world know what Islam really is and how Islam as a political system via the Khilafah will ease the pains and get rid of this poison that capitalism has spread all over the world. And finally, my brothers, point number 9. We need to hold firm to the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not let go. Times will get harder, times will be more testing, but we need to try our best to try holding firm to the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not letting go. So sisters, keep your hijabs on. Brothers, let your beards grow longer. Sisters, don't be scared to give salam to people. Don't say, hi, you're right. Say, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And most importantly, have tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there for us and He is watching, and the wrongdoers, they will get their recompense on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah. And I want to end with a surah. For indeed, with hardship there comes ease. Indeed, with hardship there comes ease. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.